Elias was the kind of man who hated mirrors. Not because of vanity, but because whenever he stared too long, something always felt off. A tilt of the head that didn't match. A blink that came too late. Sometimes a smile when he didn't smile at all. Elias worked alone as caretaker of Rothwell Asylum. The asylum had been abandoned for years. He was its sole inhabitant. At night, the silence pressed so heavy it rang in his ears. That was when he began whispering to the mirrors, "Are you real?" And sometimes, faintly, the mirrors whispered back every night. Elias returned to Ward C there. The largest mirror waited for him, tall, framed in flaking gold. Its surface breathing faintly. At first, the reflection copied his words, "I'm tired, I'm tired." But one night, it said something different. "I know. But I'm not." The reflection called itself Miren. Its voice was Elias's, deeper, richer, stretched. It knew things Elias didn't. What page he would turn before he touched it. The names of patients long dead. The dates of their deaths. And worst of all, it whispered about Elias himself. "You don't eat enough. Your heartbeat slows at night. You're wasting away, Elias. But don't worry, I'll last longer than you one night." Elias asked, "What are you?" The reflection tilted its head. "I'm you, without the mask, that night." Elias dreamed of peeling his face off like wet paper, revealing something raw and smiling underneath when he woke. His nails were caked with dried blood. He didn't know if it was his. Days passed. Elias grew weaker, and then the scratching began. At first, faint, like fingernails dragging across glass. Always from Ward C. Until one night, the scratching became pounding. The mirror shuddered. Dust fell from the ceiling. Miren pressed his hands against the glass. "Let me out. You're not real," Elias whispered. Miren laughed. "Not real? Then why do you starve when I tell you to? Why do you bleed when I touch you in your sleep?" That was when Elias saw the scratches down his arms. He hadn't made them. Every night, the mirror pulsed like a heart. Every night, Miren called. Until one night, Miren whispered, "They're coming for you." "Who?" Elias asked. "The patients. The ones that died here. They never left. You've been feeding them with your fear. With your blood." From the distant halls came footsteps, many footsteps, dragging, shuffling, closer, closer. Elias ran, through rusted doors, through rotting rooms, but the footsteps followed. Whispers filled the corridors, whispers of his name, finally. He ended up back in Ward C. The mirror pulsed. Miren stood waiting, smiling with glowing eyes. "Let me out," he whispered. "I'll protect you. I'll keep them away. All you have to do is trade." "Trade what?" Elias cried. Miren's grin stretched ear to ear. "Trade places." The doors rattled. Rusted handles twisted. Voices moaned. The smell of decay filled the ward. The mirror glowed brighter. The reflection reached out hands, moving while Elias's stayed frozen. It's the only way. The door burst open. Shapes poured in. Eyeless, jaws slack and dripping, fingers broken, clawing forward. Elias screamed and lunged at the mirror, cold, wet, ripping. He fell through the glass. Darkness swallowed him. When he opened his eyes, he was standing on the other side, the world inside the mirror, and outside, Miren stood free, wearing Elias's face. The dead bowed before him. They didn't touch him. Elias screamed, pounding on the glass. But no sound came out. Miren leaned close. "I told you, I'll last longer than you." And then Miren turned. The dead followed him like loyal dogs. Elias remained in the mirror, trapped, forever smiling when he wasn't. The asylum still stands. And sometimes, if you look into the right mirror long enough, you'll see a man pounding, begging, silent. And if you stay too long, you might hear something whisper back,